Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members. Chaos here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Beyond Beta 2. And it's finally time, yes, I know, finally time, for me to tackle a modded Chieftain. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Jumping into the outfitting department, we're going to have a look at what I've done. First of all, we'll have a look at the hard points. As you can see, we have basically 2 beam lasers and everything else is multi-cannons, just because I want to see how fun this is going to be. We've got 3 small multi-cannons, 1 medium multi-cannon and 2 large beam lasers. Normally I'd do this all the other way around, but I really just wanted to see how well this went. The beam lasers have been switched over to the new system. As you can see by the oversized experimental effect, we are grade 5 efficient. These are maxed out, both of them are going to be exactly the same. We've gone for efficient weapons and oversized, which increases the damage at the cost of increased power draw, but we've still got a decreased power draw anyway, so we're just increasing the amount of damage we do anyway. So damage is increased from what should be around about 9-ish, 10-ish, 15%. Actually, I reckon it should have been about 17% to about 27%. So that's a good increase with everything being in the negatives. I really do like this combination. Now, if you're not going to be flying in a wing, I would recommend this, or if you are going to be flying in wings constantly, potentially go for the regeneration sequence again. On to the multi-cannons, we can have a look at the modifications here. I've gone for rapid fire modification with multi-servos. Yes, we've gone for increased rapid fire, and with multi-servos, which increases the rate of fire yet again. So this is going to be insane. It's increased power draw, but also increases the rate of fire. I can only imagine how insane this will be with things like burst lasers. But we'll have to look at those in the future. I'm just looking at this. We do an absolute insane amount more percentage damage per second, which is going to be 67.8. Less damage per individual shot, but we do so much more damage overall, it's ridiculous. This may not be the most practical thing because I'm expecting to run out of ammo quite fast. I'm just wanting to have a laugh today. Into the utility mounts, all these modifications in here are legacy mods that I've brought over from a different ship. So we've got resistance augmented shield boosters, that's awesome, and this is going to be modified for an extra charge. And the chaff launcher, if I remember correctly, is going to be lightweight. It is indeed. Onto the core internals. The military grade composites are not modified at all. The power plant is not modified either. We have grade 6A thrusters though, and these have been converted over to the new system. These are maxed out dirty drives with drag drives. So this is going to be increasing the amount of optimal multiplier we get over the top of everything else. So we've got 45.5% increase to optimal multiplier. That is insane. I boosted, tried to stop, and ended up smashing into the side of a station with these things. The frameshift drive has also been converted over to the new system with increased FSD range and with deep charge. So that's going to increase the amount of jumps that we do, but it also increases the amount of fuel that we use per jump. So this has increased the optimized mass to 55%, which is still nothing to sneeze at, but it is also a little bit lacking over some of the god rolls. I mean, my Anaconda on the live server has a 55.9% increase. Not much over this, but it is still something. So whether or not I end up swapping that over is going to be another issue. We'll have to wait and see if Frontier do another balance pass over these. The life support and sensors are both lightweighted on the old system. The power distributor, however, has been converted over to the new system, and this is for super conduits. What this does is it reduces the overall capacity of each of the engines drastically more than usual, and increases the regen to over 50% up maxed out. This is absolutely insane. So that is, I'm looking forward to testing this out in the field. Moving on to the optional internals, the first thing that we've modified here is the shield generator. This is maxed out grade 5 thermal resistant shields with the brand new experimental effect high cap, which means that it increases our shield strength, so our optimal strength, at an increase to power draw and system drain. I'm going to go see how well that works. Normally the shields on the Chieftain are a little bit lacking, but I'm hoping between the thermal resistance and the 2 shield boosters with extra resistances on them and the little bit extra optimal shield strength here is actually going to make this a lot more sturdy. And then the last one was just me mucking about with one of the hull reinforcement packages. We've lightweighted it, and we put deep plating. And what this does is reduces the amount of resistance we have, but increases the hull boost. So we've got a 24% hull boost overall, minus the kicking and screaming. But we have gone and lost a little bit of hull reinforcement and resistances. But that's it for what we've done modifying the ship. Let's go and take it out and see just how well it does. First of all in the maneuverability testing, and then we'll just go and see how well it hammers competition into oblivion. Alrighty, so we're back outside the station again. Let's once again see just how fast this thing accelerates and see what its top cruising speed is. As you can see, we're accelerating rather rapidly. We've passed 300 meters per second and we are sitting comfortably at 366 meters per second cruising speed. That is quite a drastic cruising speed. There are some stock ships which boost at this speed. Let's just go and see how fast this thing goes when we boost. We go from 366 to... Get that, 523. We'll boost again, see if we can get any faster. 523, 4, 5, 525 meters per second. Now that is ridiculously fast. One could almost say those were ludicrous speeds. But next, what we want to do is work out just how fast this thing pitches now. But now it's time to see just how fast we pitch. Again, let's give it a go. Wow, look at how fast this thing turns around. And we even start to lose our forward momentum pitching so fast. That is ridiculous. Now, again, let's do a boost turn with our lateral thrusters, or our maneuvering thrusters. Yeah, we are going backwards, losing our forward momentum. That is ridiculous how fast we can go. Now, let's see.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
And there we go. We can turn this thing around absolutely ridiculously quickly. This is even more ridiculously maneuverable than when it was A-rated. So, what do we want to do? We want to go and see just how well this thing hammers enemy ships into the dirt.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alrighty, so here we have our first target. I'm going to target this power plant, and we are going to boost in and take this guy completely unaware. Are you ready, boy? Here we come! Whoa! This thing is ridiculously maneuverable. And look at our beam lasers working this guy over. As soon as we get his shields down. Oh, holy crud, look at that. That is a lot of damage we're throwing at him.
Flight assist.
How'd you like this? That's not. Let's make sure we don't fire on that one. These multicams, they fire ridiculously quickly.
Heat sink deployed.
That is ridiculous. And I love the fact that we can just drift this thing around asteroids. The way we can just throw it around is absolutely so pleasing. I cannot wait. Oh, here we go. Let's see how this guy holds up against the might of the modded Chieftain. Hello! Playing peekaboo, are we?
Under attack.
Yeah, we noticed that. Oh, yeah, that was not an idea.
Scan detected.
Yeah, that was not ideal. Yes, this thing does drift, and I really should pay attention to the fact that we are in an asteroid field, but I don't half the time. But still, we're managing to keep this guy on his toes. But then again, it doesn't seem like he's really fighting back, does it? We've got the shields down. Let's see just how much damage we can do to those internals whilst we're getting the shields back up. Throw out some chaff. So we're still very manoeuvrable, even when we've got 0 pips into engines even. There we go, we got our engines back up.
Under attack.
Let's get some manoeuvrability back.
Heatsink deployed.
Time for you to feel our wrath. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Scan detected.
Just look at that withering rate of fire, and he's gone.
Scan detected.
Is it you who was scanning me?
Detected.
It was indeed. You're going to regret that.
Under attack.
Yeah, changing direction in this can be a little bit iffy, but it's not a huge problem.
Target shields offline.
Shields are offline, you're going to regret that. Look at this. Oh no. Poor you.
Target destroyed.
Oh, this thing is a this thing's a joy to fly. Right, oh, please be wanted, Mr. Eagle. Oh, it's an Alliance Enforcer. He's not going to be wanted, is he?
Scan detected.
No, he's not. And here we go. It looks like we have a wanted Anaconda. Now, this is going to be fun.
Scan detected.
There you go. There's the power plants selected. Let's see how quickly we can bring this thing down. Now, I'm not worried about not firing our beam lasers,
Scan detected.
for the simple fact that our beam weapons,
Under attack.
we can fire them pretty much constantly and not have to concern ourselves with our weapon capacity. We'll try and get a little close, because this guy does seem to be trying to fly backwards.
Flight assist on.
There we go, targeting the power plant again. We've got enough. There we go. You know what? Whilst we're waiting for your chaff to disperse, let's go and change our own direction a little bit. You are not going to enjoy this, I promise you. Full force.
Heatsink deployed.
I do love the withering fire that we're putting out on this guy. Oh no, his shields are back up. Whatever can we do about that? It looks like we're totally out of shield cells. That's fine. We can deal with this.
Under attack.
Full throttle.
Taking damage.
Yep, he's firing missiles at us, but we're going to take him down before he can do too much to us.
Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Module malfunction. Canopy critical. Module malfunction. Module malfunction.
And we have almost all of our weapons malfunctioning, but it doesn't matter, he's dead. There we go.
Flight assist off.
And that was only really a problem because I wanted to go and shoot him as much as possible. If I was doing proper pit management, as most people keep telling me I'm not, that would not have been anywhere near as difficult. So I've got to say, I'm kind of leaning towards the new engineer system right now. Now yes, I did just say that I'm leaning towards the new engineering system, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm leaning towards having to modify every single module individually and roll up from grade 1 to 5 on each of them individually. That is kind of a bit aggravating, but I'm going to wait and reserve judgment until it's on live servers, and I'll see how I feel after that. But overall, with the new changes to the balance of the actual modifications and the brand new experimental effects, I'm really enjoying these. In fact, you saw just how fast that can make this ship. Just imagine what that can do to a Fer-de-Lance. But yes, I do think that this ship, when fully modified, is an absolute beast. Yes, perhaps having the weapon loadout that we've got set up here isn't exactly maybe the best one to have, but I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. But let me know what you thought of this down in the comments. I really look forward to seeing what you guys think. But that is going to be it for this video for now. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If so, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. You can also come and join our communities on Facebook or Anara. Links are going to be in the video description. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. Until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.